babe, when you're done, can you take me to...
Huh?
Babe, when you're done winning your game, can you take me to McDonald's?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Dad. Dad.
What?
Can me and Malia make some brownies?
No. Hell no.
Yeah, I'll teach you guys.
Yeah, with somebody not in there by
I'll
themselves.
be out there in 2 minutes, okay?
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the New York Jets and the Washington Commanders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Right to the air is Jackson. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
A gain of a yard brings brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, Jackson. Able to connect with Dotson. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Tony Pollard, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Run.
A give left side to Robinson. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 1st downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 44, Mayfield. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Hey, alert 33.
Going quickly out to the right side. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. To throw, Mayfield. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
And this one is right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Commanders 7, Jets 3.
You change it. You.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Jackson now. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
Jackson's pass complete to Jarvis Landry.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run left with Pollard. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Move.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19. 23 yards the pickup there. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Commanders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season, and right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves, but with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
1:55 left to go in the first half of play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Play fake. Mayfield. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll run for it with Robinson. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jackson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
They'll run this one right with Robinson to the 43, second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And he will find his man, Samuel. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Washington.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Jackson now down around his goal line. This will be caught. It's Samuel. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
It's taken to the 26. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They go play action. Mayfield. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He completes it to Wilson. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Third and long for Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a first carry here for Robinson. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of his end zone, Mayfield. That pass complete to Moore. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Mayfield. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mayfield. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield on play action. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jermaine Johnson there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Jets' 40-yard line.
Hey, middle.
Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
13.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. This to make it a 3-score game late. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got the hook up to Moore. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Elijah Moore, 73 yards. And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Commanders 26, Jets 16.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Washington on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Gets this out quickly to Dodson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Here's Jackson. This is caught. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the two-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game.
This is caught inside the 15. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll run with Robinson. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And some room to maneuver. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Commanders, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.